Hello and good afternoon, good evening, good morning, depends on where you are and where you're from. I have the pleasure to play our two new card games just or recently released at Spiel Digital last weekend. And today I will play it with Punchboard Media. And I have three of them with me today, and it's Eric Buscemi. Hello, how are you?
Hello, thanks for showing these off to us.
And we have Ken Grazier with us.
Hello.
Hello, Ken. And we have the fabulous Patrick Hillier with us. Hello and good day.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you today. And you want to play with me ANANSI at first, and a trick-taking game. And after that, we will play Coyote. That's a bluffing game. And these are our two new card games we have just released at Spiel Digital, but for Europe, only the English version for the moment, and will come out in the US later. I wouldn't dare to play this year due to the circumstances,
Right.
but we'll be with our partner Asmodee USA. They are our partner for all our games in the States, and you will get it from them. And until then, of course, you can still buy the fabulous The Spicy card game. If you haven't heard of it, I think we played that recently, but not on stream. This time we are live and we're on stream. We are recording this on several channels, so you can watch it later too, and hopefully enjoy us playing. And now let's see if I have the game with me too. And oh, what a coincidence, we have it already on. And it's ANANSI, the trick-taking game, and it's a trick-taking game for up to 5 players. Today, play the 4-player version, so to speak. As many card games, I have to say and admit right from the start that it's a bit harder to play it like here with and on the platform of Tabletopia. Even our guys have done a fabulous job here, but still it's a card game. Usually you're like really quick when you play this game, but here we have to need a bit of time with the handling, with the setup, and we do that live here on camera. What is this a kind of game of, so to speak? Let me see if I can show you how it looks. That's the packaging. One moment. And we love to show the packaging because it's the finish of the box is in metallic magenta, and also the card backs, and it's something we do not show here on the live game. And if you don't know what the game is about, we have this short introduction for you.
Some say ANANSI is a trickster, but he is a spider for sure, and sometimes he is even a man. So let me tell you why he's also well known as the keeper of stories. Once, ANANSI decided to gather all stories and become the wisest of all. After he finally had all the stories in the world, he realized that true wisdom is not achieved by keeping knowledge to yourself, and so he decided to share his stories and inspire people with them. And believe it or not, this is how this game was made. ANANSI is a trick-taking game for 3 to 5 players, played over 3 rounds. One of the 3 suits, leopard, snake or hornet, is always trump. Which one is the current trump is determined by the trump display, and that can change quickly. The start player leads the trick and has to choose any card from his hand and play it face up in the center of the table. In clockwise order, the other players have to play a card with the same suit as the led card from their hand, face up in the center of the table. Who hasn't any cards of that suit in hand must play a card of the trump suit. In case a player has no trump suit card either, a card of any suit must be played. Instead of playing one card into the trick, players can also gain followers by laying any hand card horizontally in front of them on the table and taking as many follower cards from the supply deck equal to the number of follower icons on the card. But followers have to be pleased first and that is why they have to be placed with the uninspired side face up in front of the players. When each player has played a card to the trick or gained followers, the trick is resolved. The player who played the winning card takes the trick and puts all cards played to that trick as a face-down, so-called story stack in front of them. Cards played to gain followers are added to the trump display by placing below the corresponding trump card after resolving the trick. Attention, this may change the trump suit for the next trick. At any time, players can inspire followers with a story by flipping one of their follower cards to the side showing the inspired face and put it on one of their own story stacks. The round ends when all players played their last card in hand. Players that have not inspired all of their followers with one story each have to put back all of their followers' cards to the supply and gain nothing at all this round. Players who have inspired all of their followers, which means have at least as many story stacks as follower cards, put all follower cards of this round aside, on top their personal scoring stack. But if you actually manage to inspire all of your followers, meaning you have exactly as many follower cards as story stacks, ANANSI will reward you. You additionally receive one trickster bonus card, which will be worth precious points as part of your scoring stack in the end. Remember ANANSI being called the trickster himself? If you have no followers and not won any story stack, you still win ANANSI's bonus. The game ends after the scoring of the third round, and the one with the most points wins the game. So, you better tell many good stories and also inspire all of your followers to be the winner in an exciting game of ANANSI.
So when we are back here, and you see, I became a bit lazy. I am instead of telling you all the rules myself. I mean, you do these kind of movies, and this is a explanatory video to demonstrate the game to people who haven't played it. So we see how good it works. I think the video makers have done a very good job. And as we play it straight away afterwards, and we're good to go almost. If you have any questions, of course, you can ask me. You might have noticed that I've changed things around on Tabletopia, so I was using up my time here to preparing for a 4-player game. As in a 4-player game, I think the video doesn't state that, is we all have 10 cards each, and you have this little help things in front of you. If you push the space bar, you can see it, but if you flip it, you get the German one, your cheat sheet. That's why I flipped it to the English side. If I use mine here, for example, I can show this. And when we go on the screen now, and then this is what we do. We want playing tricks. We want to have these tricks, but these tricks are not worth anything if you don't get these so-called followers. Oh, that's nice. We have a 5-spieler version, but that we only have 3 to 4 players today. I can see they forgot to translate it. Anyhow. We have to gain these so-called followers, and if we don't have them, our tricks are nothing worse, and we have to place in front of you, and the rest will show why we're playing. I think I'm the blue guy, so if you watch the streaming, this is the guy here on the right. I think my hand is blue too, and then I have red here. This is Eric.
Yep,
and
that's me.
I think we have yellow should be Patrick, and green should be Ken, and I put away the one we don't need. So just before we start, the lovely spokesperson of our video has explained it so nicely. Is we have to check out what the trump is in this round, and therefore we have to flip around these 2 cards. We have 42 cards in the games. Each of us has 10 cards. Cards go from 1 to 14. If you think of a normal card game, it's like almost the same. And if we flip it here, and we have number 1 in green, this is the what they're called, snakes. And the snakes are in the middle. So trump could be snake, or let's see, can be something else. It could be I think it's a leopard. And in this case, leopard is trump. This is the magenta metallic. We don't see in this kind of a view on Tabletopia. But trump is always the staple
highest
with
number.
the highest number. No, it's not the highest number. It's the the number of cards actually. So
okay.
in this case, the numbers are even. There's one card for leopard and there's one card for the serpent here, but it always the one on the left basically. It is the one which has the highest rank. So if there would come in a second a serpent here or a second snake here, I don't know what is it, more like serpent, more snake, and
Same thing.
same thing. Okay,
Yeah.
same. Very good. Then actually queen, I cannot call it queen simply, but the serpent would be trump. If we would have 3 of these hornets, I think it is called. If you have 3 of the hornets, then the hornets would be trump. Actually, at the moment, 2 hornets would be good enough to become the trump in this game. As you can see, we have only 3 colors in this game, not 4. If people ask me why it is like this, it's because of the story of ANANSI. But no, that's not completely true. I think it's because it has to do something with the odds. Yeah, and the odds are different when you have like only 3 colors. Also, it's something always, almost something we like to do now because Spicy had 3 colors too, but is not the case because we had this game before. So I would say let's just start. Everybody takes his cards on his hand. Let me see if I can do this properly. How do I put them on my hand without making myself look like a fool?
Use right click and hit draw.
Right click and hit draw.
How many do we draw?
Draw all 10.
Draw. Yeah.
Well, all 10.
So you can all cheat and look at my cards basically, but that's okay for me because I'm the game demonstrator. And I have 10 cards now on my hand. While you have 10 cards too, I have to change the table a bit around.
I didn't do that.
And
right.
what we do is we have 10 cards each. That means we will have to play 10 tricks in the end. And we do this as 3 rounds. That means, like in the first round, you can achieve a maximum of 10 tricks, obviously. So, who wants to start? Actually,
Not
Patrick,
me, because I'm figuring out my
Patrick,
cards.
If you
You
just
figure
click
out-
and drag them to in front of you, you can pick them up.
Yeah.
No, like right at the bottom of your screen.
Oh, look at that.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Nope, it didn't do that. There it goes.
What are the cards numbered? 1 to
1 to
cards
14.
are numbered. The cards are numbered from 1 to 14. And as people can see my cards, and you just don't listen, you never heard that here. They are the
Didn't hear
cards have numbers from 1 to 4. I'll bring a card up, and I have one. Yeah, I do have one.
We have the snake in the middle.
Yes. So the hornet one, if it's 1 to 4, there is no little head on it to see basically. And if it's 5 or more, if I use this card here, if you have a look at this, there is a little head underneath the number, and this is the number of followers you can gain playing this card.
So
in a
you
special
have
way.
to discard a higher card to get followers, basically.
Absolutely.
Yep.
You can also discard a lower card for tactical reasons to change the trump display. You can do this. This is allowed. Yeah. And also maybe to block your other players. Yeah. Your opponents, but it doesn't give you any followers. And of course, you have higher numbers. And this is then, I think it starts from number 10. Actually, it's 1 to 4 is nothing. 5 to 9 is 5, 6,
1.
7, 8, 9. It's 1, and 10 to 14 is 2. Like, and I have I choose this one maybe for the spectators here and the viewers and the gamers who like to watch us. There are 2 heads on it. So I would gain 2 followers. So I'm blue. So who is the player before me, so to speak?
That'd be me. So we're playing clockwise.
And you are Ken.
Green, yes.
Ken. Then I would actually like, there's like a rule, like the last one who has been bitten by a spider starts or something. But for technical reasons and for explaining the game, I would like Ken to start, if you guys are happy with that.
I just have one question before we start. So that we have 10 cards, but we're not going to be playing 10 rounds because we're going to be discarding some cards to get. Is there a certain number of rounds we're playing and a certain number of cards we're supposed to discard, or?
We are playing 10 tricks in the first round. So yes, we do. And there will be we play like 3 games in a row, or like 3 rounds overall. So we'll play a number of like 3 times 10 tricks basically.
Oh.
So you will just see when Ken just starts with the game. I can only say that Trump is
Snake
excuse me,
or
sorry,
leopard.
leopard is Trump at the moment. So anything leopard would be Trump, and Ken starts and he can play out any card, and he's the first one. Last time will be then Patrick will be in the end, and before you play the card, it's like normal trick taking thing is like you play a card, and the other players have to. The other players
They have to follow suit if they can,
you have
and
to
if they can't
follow
follow suit,
suit,
they have to
exactly.
follow Trump.
Absolutely, yeah. And you have to follow Trump because there are some games where you can like basically choose, but here you have to follow Trump. You cannot decide, and if you have neither of them, of course, then you just throw in a card randomly. So now you can start, Ken, with the first card, please.
Okay.
And you play out a 5 Hornet. It's 5 yellow, 5 Hornets played. So I would have to. And that's why I want to do a second. I would have to follow this suit here, but I'm not happy with the Trump display. Okay, that's obvious. I mean, you can see my cards. You are welcome to sneak at my cards here, and you can definitely see that I'm really unhappy with the Trump display. So what I'm going to do is I will not play a card in there. I will play a card in the Trump display, and that works the following way. I'm not taking part in this trick at the moment. I say, I play this card and I gain 1 follower. He's unhappy. I need a trick later on to make him happy, and the other way around. I'm not part of it. And then it's after me, it's Eric's and Patrick's turn. But Patrick and Eric, they are not allowed to do the same thing what I did. So only one of us during a round, only one of us can do that. Only one of us can get a follower, but without a follower, you won't get any points. So it's very important that you're not only like the first in this trick-taking game, because usually it's very good if you're first and you're controlling the game, but here you also have to be second or third from time to time. And it's not always good to be the last, because if you're the last, your chances of getting to this position where you're getting a follower, like I just did, is really slim. Yeah, maybe may happen. So this card will not go in the Trump display directly. That's why I played it next to my card here. It's not part of this round, but it's part of next round. So I've talked a lot. When it's normally in the beginning, I think that I talk a lot, but now it's Eric's turn, and then it's
I have a couple questions.
Yes, you're welcome.
Did the green card have to be higher than the green card? Is that what the rule was about being higher?
Like in it now, the trick itself. Like if you play somebody's playing the yellow one.
No, there was a thing in the instructions about the Trump changing. I think that was the rule.
So the Trump changes based on the number of cards that are in the Trump display.
Oh, okay.
So, but the cards that get discarded that go into the Trump display don't go into the display until after the round ends.
Right. But I just meant the card he played had to be higher. If it wasn't a 1, does the value of what he played matter?
No.
Okay.
No, absolutely not.
You're only, I mean, does one of us have an option of doing the same thing with pink, or you're just saying nobody has the option of doing that again?
1 follower per round.
Per round, okay.
Yeah.
And now I have a question. So let's say Ken wins this trick, or even if Patrick wins this trick, obviously I'm not going to win this trick. Whoever wins the trick is going to get the trick, but they don't have a follower yet. Can you get a follower later and put them on that trick? Do you have to have followers previous to winning the tricks, or no?
Yeah, no, you're right. Absolutely. We can have this later. So I have a follower now, and I will obviously get a trick later. So you will get a trick now and get a follow later.
Really, I don't know what the heck I'm doing.
At the end of the game, or at the end of each round, after we play 10 tricks, you should have, in an ideal world, you should have the same amount of followers and the same amount of tricks. That's the optimum.
But it doesn't matter what order you get them in.
The order doesn't matter. The only thing you should avoid is that you have too many followers and not enough tricks for them, because then they are not happy.
Got it.
Okay. Not happy means, by the way, 0 points. So
yeah,
you're welcome. Let's just play 1 or 2 more rounds, and it will become clear.
Yeah. Well, Patrick displayed to put all of his cards on the table. So
we have a 5 here, and somebody played the 1.
Yeah, I'm
And
just
so
trying to
they
figure out
played
how to play the cards out. I want to
So
put that out.
So, but then the guy with the 5, this is Ken, so it will be his trick still, okay? Is that clear?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Then, Ken, you're familiar with the controls. You're welcome to take your trick. And exactly. And exactly. And then we've done, and now I put the card in here, and it doesn't matter that the 2 numbers, it's a 1 and a 7, they are lower than the 9 or something. That doesn't matter. It's only the number of cards being shown, basically. So there are 2 green cards and only 1 magenta, metallic, leopard card. So the trump for the new round is green. It's the serpent. And Ken is still starting the round. So.
And I cannot use that to gain, or I can't play to gain follower, so I'm going to lead the 6.
You cannot do it, Ken. That's what I'm talking about. It's not good to stay in the front all the time.
Right.
But as you play a trump card now, if I just put it in the middle for like people can see it better. And let me do this for a moment. It's the serpent 6. There would have been a head on it, so he could have gained follower with this card, but he can't because it's the first. He's a leader.
Because I'm leading. Yep.
Exactly. And I think, yes, I don't want to do this. And so I'm not gaining any more followers. That opens the possibility for Eric and Patrick that you can gain followers by playing a card in the trump display and also change it.
Now, if I were to put a pink card in the trump display, that would be 2 pink and 2 green. So then which one would be trump?
Then it would be what you call pink, what we call magenta, and it is then because it's left of the green one. That's just a rule. In the beginning, you shuffle these 3 cards: the leopard, the serpent, and the hornet. You shuffle them and you put them in a random order, so it can change each game. So, but this game, for all the 3 rounds we play, it will be magenta goes first. So if you put in, you will change the trump again. And then I might not be happy again myself.
I will do that.
Okay, then it's Patrick has to play into the trick now, but he can gain it easily because it's only 4 and a 6.
And that gives me this, right?
Right. Exactly. Yep. I'll put mine aside here and put it up
So
here.
I have to play green, right?
You have to play
green. You must play green.
Yes. Green, you must play. And there is it. And it's Patrick's trick then. You take it. Green.
I don't know how to do that.
Well, may I help you?
Yes, please.
So I'll just show them here. That looks very like that would be, if you want to have it orderly, I can do that later. But this would look like on my side of the table usually. And one moment. I have a bit of control thingy here. And now that was the second round. We have should have 8 cards left. Now
this goes up there.
Yes.
Who put it in there? Red is Eric. Eric, you did this. Exactly. It goes there, and we can. Now I have to play my inner monk, and you have gained the follower. You have a follower here too. You don't have any tricks yet. Who has tricks? The other 2 guys.
Yep.
Wait. What happened to this trick up there? Whose trick is that?
Which one?
This one here. This orderly one.
That's mine.
That's yours too. No, that's Patrick. Patrick is yellow.
No,
are you yellow?
I'm green. You put this in front of green.
You put this should be over here.
Yeah. That's my fault. I did this wrong. Sorry. I'm sorry. Actually, these little spiders here we have in front of us. I'll do it with Eric's now. This is a counter you can later use.
Oh.
It's not in the real game, and it's actually only to mark where you're sitting at the table. Yeah, in a real game, it doesn't exist at all. It's only to give us an idea where are we. Who are we? What's happening here on the table? Because I find it really difficult otherwise. So to do this. Yeah. So okay, we'll go back. I think it will be Patrick. I think it is you who took the lead. Is it right? So you have to start, Patrick, please. We'll do that.
What happens with you lead with, and it has people on it?
Nothing. You cannot get followers because you are leading.
Yeah, it's either
Absolutely.
you get the number value or the followers, but you can't get both.
Well,
And you can't
as
get
he's
the
leading-
followers if you're leading. Yeah.
Right.
I think as you are all familiar with Tabletopia, isn't there like a trick how I can hide my cards here in the beginning? That's like making space, like done like H or something like this.
Yeah, H will hide your
H
hand.
is hide hand.
So H without any pressing anything else.
Correct.
That's like this. Ooh, that's actually more for the people who are watching. So, so that you can see my cards. Okay, so Patrick starts. It's our third round. We can just look up for everybody. Like, what does it mean? Yeah, the player leading the trick may not gain followers. We had this. Yeah, one player per trick may choose to gain followers. We had this too. Trump, in case of a tie, the trump suit is the leftmost of the suits involved. We have this at the moment. And place the point cards from previous rounds under Spider. And set points on Spider. We need this after the first round, after we played some tricks. I'll go back. And Patrick started with Trump 1. It's a leopard 1, so to speak. And then after him, it's Ken's turn.
Yep, and I'm using that to gain followers. So I get 2 followers.
And now I'll show the spectators why I really hate Ken from the bottom of my heart.
That's okay.
Because as they see, I have a problem here. And to say, like, used to have a problem is only funny when you're a movie star. So I play this here. And it's...
So you have no Trump?
I've no leopard, I would say.
Right. Yeah.
Just to be clear, if I play the 2 leopard, I'm about to win this trick with it, right?
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Exactly. Gotcha.
All right. And then it means I could also make this guy happy, right?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
All right. If someone else could be so kind, my Tabletopia is lagging.
Yeah, mine is
incredibly bad.
Okay, mine is a knot. We might be exactly. You have this happy chappy guy here, and we'll just put him here somewhere. This is like, yes, you asked for it. We can do it.
Thank you.
There you
and
go.
You're welcome.
So the number on the spider is how many tricks you've won. Correct.
So yes, but it's 0 at the moment because it's only counted in the end.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh, I love that. I do this mistake all the time. So this is like 1 point worth. So the thing is, we'll go into I think it's the 6th round.
Eric.
Let me count my card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Eric just dropped.
No, yeah, my Tabletopia just crashed.
Yeah,
hold on, I refreshed.
Yeah, we are waiting for you, but this gives me time to tell people a bit about the game mechanic. Still, so we have like 7 cards left to go, and this time Eric won, and Eric will be the lead, and I'll be the last. So bad for me, because the chances of getting another follower is quite bad now, and the chances of changing the Trump as well is also very bad, and it's already 3 cards on leopard, and they are the leftmost.
Why did you just put 1 on, Ken?
Because I'm moving it from when I played it for followers last round.
So
that's all.
Now let's have a while. Eric is struggling with Tabletopia. We just use up the time and have a little look here. This is the guy who is not playing with us. So
I think he's back.
So it's good when you're back.
Are you back in?
I am back in.
But it still gives us the possibility to have a look at these cards, because in the first round, if you manage to have the same number, you have the same number of followers and of tricks you played, basically. You have a perfect match, you get 2 bonus points. Yes? And if you are able to have more tricks than followers, so as long as every of your followers, each and everybody, is happy, then you get points for them. Yeah. If you have too many followers, for example, me at the moment, I don't have any trick. It's obvious. I get 0 points. I get nothing, and I don't get a bonus.
Right.
Okay. So who's in the lead?
I played. I
Eric
played
led. I don't have any
the
green.
two of snakes.
Benny, you have to play trump, but remember, as you're not the one in the lead, you can gain followers now too.
Yeah, I want to gain a follower.
So just put down the card in front
Any
of you.
Card?
Just any card, but remember, you change the trump display as well, depending on what you put down. Obviously, you don't have any green, but if you put down yellow, the trump display won't change that much. And
but you can influence it.
But you can influence it maybe later, or not in this round, or you don't want to influence it at all.
So what are the dudes on the cards mean again?
That's how many followers you get.
Exactly. If there are 2 heads, you get 2 followers. If you have like only 1 dude, as you say, you get only 1 follower. The followers are up here. You can see them up here. It's the unhappy guys here.
All right. So you're playing that for followers?
Yeah.
Okay. So then you put in the middle of the table.
Oh, I put it there.
And you're welcome to take your 2 followers, or shall we help you with that? 1, 2, exactly. And you could actually, and you actually have 1 trick already, so you'd have 1 made happy already. Just throw him in on there, and 1 is like not happy though. Yeah, I don't have any chip. And so there is yellow. Then it's Ken. He has to play in there, and he plays a 10.
Yes, I do.
And now, what's happening here? What's happening here? I don't know. How could that happen without having any trump? I'm taking it, and then I'm happy.
Yep. So you take those.
I take those. I put them over to my place, and as I have a follower already, I'm allowed to flip it, and I would get a point for it. Now, for the moment, I have a perfect match. I would also get the bonus points.
Yeah.
So, and I won the game. So next round, I can't gain any followers. That's quite obvious. And you might do this. And whoever changed the trump display might wants to put the yellow card on here. So, and we see the trump is not being changed this round. Yeah?
Right.
The 14 is up there. You would need 4 yellow cards up there to change it. So as it's my turn now, I'll play whatever is needed. I'll go with not sure. I'll try this one. We have 6 more. Do you call this rounds then, or?
Yeah.
Okay, because we call this rounds, and then we have the big rounds as well.
Yeah, I would say these are tricks.
Yeah,
I call these tricks. Okay.
Yeah, that works.
So we have like 6 more tricks. It's the 6th last trick, so to speak.
All right. So Eric has no.
And I am playing that to the middle, just to be clear.
So I would love to put it on there. So like really,
please.
The typical harsh.
Just to give you an idea, I'm looking at the stream, and the stream looks right, but on my screen, the 2 of snakes is still in the middle of the board.
That happens. We have experienced that earlier, that sometimes you have like shadows of cards left. That there's a card where it's not. Usually, reloading might help as well.
I already reloaded once. I don't want it. It didn't help much, so I don't need to to slow us down anymore.
All right. So even if I win the yellow, if I play a higher yellow, 8's going to win.
Absolutely.
Pink is going to win.
And if you have a yellow, you have to play the yellow.
Yeah.
Yes.
But you can also play a follower if you want to get more followers, which may not be a good idea.
Yeah.
No.
So this is I started it, so it's but yeah, you don't want to have any. So it's Patrick had the chance to get more followers, but he doesn't want to, maybe.
Nope.
Or then you play a card in there.
I can.
So I'm going to play that play that for followers.
And that's incredible that you managed to do this while.
I see. Yeah.
Yeah. So you see, everything I said before is not true.
Right. So Eric wins the trick.
Eric wins the trick, absolutely. And Eric, as you have some difficulties technically with Tabletopia, if you want to have help, like
Yes,
with moving
please.
things around,
Please
then
feel,
just tell us.
feel
But
free. Thank you.
because usually I don't like it like when people are like basically touch my cards on the table.
Yeah.
Well, I don't even know what
Especially-
I'm looking at half the time here, so
Yeah.
I'm still
That's
seeing
all right.
So maybe you have
things.
to stream then, and you can basically direct us. You're the director here now. And
All right,
and
so
you,
I lead
and you-
again, correct?
Yep.
exactly.
You
And
lead.
of course you have to play like this so you can't see my cards. Yeah, that's obvious.
Oh, don't worry, I'm not looking at your cards because you don't even have the same color I'm playing.
That's very good. Okay, no problem. I'm last again.
Mhm.
Eric led, huh?
That's so great. Yeah. Oh, you're playing as well. Okay, that's great.
And I'm playing.
Ooh. That means I could gain followers still.
Yes,
Mhm.
and my thinking is, even if you have the 14, you're going to let me pass because
Yeah.
getting the followers right now is more important for you.
Yeah, but it's Anansi in difference. Like for the other games you once played, like Spicy and stuff, it's like not that light-hearted. It is core mechanic because you should know that I do not have the 14, but because I could not follow the trump being played before,
Mhm.
and being how you say when somebody played trump before the leopard, I couldn't follow.
Mhm.
So I want to use this card here to gain a follower.
Yep.
And I'll put it on. Oh, that's bullshit. Let me take it back. Where's the card? Oh God, where's my card?
It's underneath my hand.
May I? Schulbit is certainly not a bad word in English, is it? So I want to play this card into the trump. I pick it here. I get a follower. I put it here. And I'm done. And as the trick is over already, I can put the card into the trump. The trump display doesn't change again because there is no you remember if I
Majority
showed the
rules.
cheat.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Left or right.
Somebody knows how to lock his cards on a table.
Yes, I
I
do.
can see that. Yeah, because we can see here in case of a tie, the trump suit is the leftmost of the suits involved. Yes. I just wanted to use your card to show it a big, and it didn't work. So never mind. From what I know, this trick was won by
Me. So
He's already cleaned it up.
Yep. And as I still have 2 unhappy followers,
you do.
I'm going to play the 14.
Oh no! How did that happen?
Eric is back offline.
Yeah, but I'll tell you right now, I'm playing the 4 pink.
Okay, that's good.
Come your turn.
Because we
Yes.
can do this. He will play the 4 pink, so you will
wait,
be.
actually, no, that's going
Or
to
you
depend
can-
on what you do, Michael, because you go before me.
I go before him, and you assume I would get more followers. And this
Yeah,
is
well,
like
if you-
being a-
But if you don't, he might.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Should I do this really? This will be my end, but I have to do it.
You don't have to. Oh, Eric's back.
Yes. No, I have to. First of all, I have to show my cards. Then second, yes, you're right. I want to have one more follower, and I take it. I go. This is like playing poker now for me. It's like all in.
Mhm.
I don't change the trump for this round, but it will change for the last 3 rounds then.
Right.
Okay.
Well, maybe.
And as promised,
Yep, there's the 4. And there's that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take these cards, and they're going to come over here. And that gets me another happy follower. Michael, would you like to update the trump display?
Absolutely. Exactly. And it will change now. The trump display changes now, as we have 4 green ones, 3 magenta ones, and 2 yellow ones in the trump
Yep.
display. So 4 is the majority here. And 1 card in 1 more leopard will be enough to turn the tides in the trump display to a magenta leopard trump, but for this round it's not.
But I'm going to play
And
Hornets.
you want to play Hornets? That's fine by me. And after you, it's Ken's turn, I think. No,
That was Ken.
That is
It's
Ken.
you.
It's me, and Hornets is fine. Hornets is something very simple for
Someone's
me.
in the chat room.
Oh, that's okay. I'll have to. We have comments here. Ice face Vienna.
Vienna.
Hey, play yellow. Oh, play yellow. There are tips for you guys. And I'll see, what do I do now? I have to think of it. Gaining more followers obviously is will not help me. So the only thing I can do.
I mean,
is
I'm
do
okay
this.
with that.
Yeah.
You get more followers, it means you get less chance of getting points. So I'm okay with that.
Yeah. At the moment, I get 0 points. By the way, if I also do this for reasoning myself, no, but for demonstrating the games, I have to have enough tricks to make my followers happy, and
So
Who's
over to
playing?
Eric. It's Eric's turn.
Oh, I go?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to take that trick.
Because I played the 13. Yep, there's Trump.
Boom. And no, I do not have yellow.
Dan Patrick, you could have played to get followers, but you may not want to. So
I chose
sure
not.
clear. Okay.
Okay. So these cards are all in the trick, and the one with the 14 was, as I'm struggling with controls, and it's Eric again. And so, Eric, you are the one who needs help. No, you do not anymore.
No,
Yes, he does.
Yeah, I still need help.
All right, Michael, you go ahead. That way we're not grabbing the same cards.
Okay, you help him. I'll go ahead with the game. Okay.
Okay.
So you took a trick, but that doesn't do anything, right, Eric? You just took a trick.
Correct.
Right. Because he doesn't have enough followers to change that.
And now I'm just going to.
So basically, Eric has the opposite of me. He has. We have to work together. We have to something we could do on a real table. We could like.
Yeah, but Eric is still getting points.
Yeah, he will get 1 point, and he will get no bonus points for the moment if nothing changes.
Right.
And for me, it would be I would get 0 points because I have too many followers, and I will get no bonus points.
I led the green 3. You could see that, right? Yeah. I don't know.
So Patrick, you have no green.
Correct.
Okay, then I'm going to play the 8.
And I have you played the green.
I played the green 8.
And I'll play this one here, I think. And then this is mine. No, I'm struggling a bit too with the controls. It's not like I'm very good at it. And I'll put it over here. What happened to this card?
That was the one you lost a while ago.
I think so too. Yeah. Like this. Flip it. That means I could, if I get through the last round. Come on, guys. Just do me the favor and don't do this automatic stuff. So it's very simple. I won this one in the lead, and I'll play this card.
And I am obviously going to go for followers. I get 2 followers, which will even me up. Boom.
Yep.
It's fine by me because it doesn't. Yeah.
Doesn't hurt him. So Patrick, you have to play.
No, I took the follower into my hand. I am a disaster.
Here.
That's fine, but you have 3 points. That will be fine.
Yeah.
Well, fine. So, and I played the 11, and you went for the follower. So it's Patrick and Ken's turn to play a card into the trick.
And I'll play the 12, which means I win the trick.
And you push me into now. What is it like? The purgatory of hate. And you're good to go because you have 4 tricks, and you have 4 followers, and that's a perfect match. And that means we are at the end of this very first round, and I will have a closer look at your thing here. That means you can keep those 4 followers being happy. You'll basically please put them underneath your spider. and you will you can just do it like this.
Okay.
Drop it, and I'll put the number up here already. It's a 4. Because I want to show that on display. I'm showing this on in the stream, so to say. So this is 4 points at the moment.
And I
And
had exactly 4.
that
And
means
he
you
gets the
get
bonus.
you get the bonus. This is those 2 points here. I'll put them back to your place too. I'll just put them on like that. That means you have 6 points overall.
Mhm.
I'll change it to 6 and I put it on top so we know this is fine. And that means we put Ken in the lead. And then it's me. I'm lost. That's very good for me because it's very, very simple. I just put them back. I don't deserve them. I'm lost because I don't have enough. I haven't had enough.
You don't have enough
tricks.
stories for the followers.
Absolutely, that's how the story goes, literally. And I have to give them back, and that means 0 points for me, and also no bonus points, obviously. And then we have Eric, and I think you had the perfect match too.
Yep, I got 3 for 3.
Yes,
I am desperately trying to organize them, but it's
no problem.
It's really
we'll organize
for some reason.
Yeah.
Oh, and I'm out again. Jesus.
Yeah, no problem.
Bye-bye, Eric.
No, plenty of problems. But thank you for putting up with me.
No, that's fine. But the only problem is that you touched the card before you went out. No, nobody can touch it. So I think I think sorry if I may interrupt. We have to put it there because he left it there. So that would be like 3 points for the moment for Eric, even if he's out, and he might come back in again. Otherwise, I will take his points. So he has 3, and he gets.
I should have 5.
He gets the other 2. It's the other 2, and you drop it.
Go.
I put it on there, and you're on 5 points in the first round. And enters Eric again. And then, of course, we still have Patrick, who managed to have 2 tricks, I think, and 2 followers. And that means we had changed him around here as well. So we put number.
I had one face up, one face down.
All right. So you're lost too then.
Yep.
Ooh, so this was the one, and there is nothing. Oh, that means 0 points for you. Sorry, Patrick.
Oh.
I think I know who I'm playing with here. I can feel after. So anyhow, so I'll make this table a bit smaller so we can do it quicker. And now we have to set up the table. Who's very good with these cards? Who is good? I think Ken. It's very good with doing this. You just do it. And you basically have to shuffle them, put them all together and shuffle them. And of course, this is like the most interesting part in a card game, on Tabletopia. And you may shuffle them. And if people ask themselves what we do here, I might have a tip for you.
Go ahead.
We play a game while you put the cards together. You have to shuffle them, and then you have to take 2 again. We play this game here. I'll show you on thing. It's called. This is ANANSI by Heidelberg Games, and it's just being released at the Spiel Digital for Germany and for Europe, and will come to the USFA soon in a normal world. But whenever has this world been normal? It would have been for Christmas, as the world is not so normal, and it's not to Mr. Trump. We only have a Trump display here for the change. It is because things take longer. It will be released in the US from Heidelberg Games via our friends from Asmodee USA. This is our distributor and logistics partner there. And if you want to have a closer look at the cards.
Tabletopia is being really slow for me.
And so we have a look at the cards. We just saw the little video where it showed the cards, like how they look in reality, so to speak. And of course, it was a 3D mock-up at this point. And Tabletopia is probably being used heavily because we had this experience from Spiel Digital when we had so many people playing on Tabletopia at the very same time. So while I'm taking the table off the screen for people watching, so we can talk a bit with each other. While I think Ken, you are doing the work. And
I'm
so
trying to. Patrick keeps messing with the cards I'm trying to pick up.
Sorry, I was trying to help because I don't have any delays.
I got kicked out again.
I'm not showing anybody what you're struggling is, because it's like.
Well, then okay, then let's just switch to Coyote.
No. Let's play it again. I just wait. I was switching to our. If you watch the screen, I was switching to our faces. I only wanted to say, so you have like there are two important things in the game. Just like the first thing is like you have to gain enough followers and enough tricks to get points, but you can also get these bonus points, which is very important later in the game. As you see, they're getting more and more. That's why I want to play a second round with you. And then on the other hand, we have that you can change the trump display, what's very unusual, and as you don't have it in any game. And so this usually works well. If you don't know how to do this, I know how to do it actually. I've done this many nights from now on. Exactly, we all throw them on one side. We have to leave one card out in the end. That's very simple. Just put them all. It doesn't matter. All on top of each other.
Okay.
And like all like a big mess.
Yeah, mine just crashed.
Right, so that's fine. You'll be back. So anyhow, it's like in reality. You all put them on one big mess, and then we'll do this. I think it's you get this thing around it, and then you actually can take them and look for the orange spot normally. Takes a bit. So in the end, like for the second round, we would do exactly the same. If you want to pay attention to that and pay attention to the bonus points we have there somewhere. It doesn't work. So anyhow, and the bonus points you see for the second round, it would be 4 points. Yeah. So like in the first round, I was taking an absolute risk, like in the end, as you saw, yeah. And Ken beat me because I couldn't manage to get enough tricks then. And I was aware of that. And you can even, if you count the cards properly, and if you stay really aware in the game, it's a game which leaves nothing to, not very much to chance. How I like say it's like not there are not many things depending on the throw of a dice. Obviously, there are no dice in here. I think there's no luck involved, so to speak. Yeah, here in the game. Yeah. There's not much luck. You have this. I can see what you did. Are you back, Ken? Oh yeah, that's great. That's good, because these were your cards. You left them in your hand. There we are. Okay, and we are now shuffle them. I would take over if I may.
Go for it.
So I'll just flip, lock, take. We'll shuffle. I love shuffling. Yes, that feels good. So we have them. What is it? I deal 10 to each of you. Yes.
Hey,
you ready?
I don't want to be a buzzkill, but it's not table. I'm totally locked out of Tabletopia.
So just have a look at it. We don't have to do a second thing here, but just I want to set up the table. Have a look here.
Sure.
Again, so that would be the table. Then we would have the trump at the moment would be the leopard again. And I would have 10 cards again, as you can see on screen here. And then I would have you can see, like, if everybody's watching my cards now, like, I have only like 2 trump cards. It's bad for me. I had the same problem before, that I was never like playing with trump cards. While I took my chances in the first round, I said, like, if I don't get any bonus, like you have like 5-6 points now, we can just have a short look at how many points everybody has. You have 6. I have 0. You have 5, and I think Patrick has 0 too. We took our chances here, but in the second round we absolutely have to go for it, because there are like these 4 bonus points,
bigger bonuses
to have. Right. Yeah, and so you have the exact number. You have to score somehow in the second round, I always say, and it doesn't matter if you have only 1 or 2 tricks. It doesn't matter as long as you get the bonus point. You stay in the game, and in the last round. With the 7 bonus points, and it's on purpose. People have been discussing that when they're playing this game more often, and obviously it's one of these games you want to play on a table. Yeah, we are showing this here on camera, but you will be so happy when you play it on a table, because it like plays in 20 minutes or something like this. Yeah, and and you get more bonus points, and that's on purpose. And one thing we did not do, if I don't get any followers, I could have done that as well, but I didn't want to. I would have showed in a second round something like, so I would have not gained any followers, or like Ken could do it in the last round when he has already like 10, 12, 13 points maybe, if he goes for no followers at all, and he has to get no tricks at all, like playing a straight zero. You still
it's like
get
shooting the moon.
Shooting the moon, and you're still getting your bonus points, like instead of like being silly. Like if I have a really bad cards and low cards and a lot of them,
you can still do well.
I can still do well. That's what I want to talk about.
So those bonus points just keep everyone in the game, even if you're not doing well after round 1 or 2. You could still get a really good score in round 3.
But if you've played well in rounds 1 and 2, you go into round 3 without the pressure on you.
Absolutely, because I mean, this is like if you want to put it this way, we would still categorize it as like on a family level, this game. But on the other hand, it's like it's a real trick-taking game. There's no luck involved. You know your cards, you don't know the cards of the opponents, but you know the trump display. You see all the tricks being played. You see all the cards being played. So you know there must be a 14. I should have known there was still a 12 yellow in the game at that point. And so there's not that much luck involved. I would say no luck at all for a trick-taking game. So even it comes with all this story and and you have to make your followers happy at the end of the game. This is a real gamer's game too, so to speak, if you like trick-taking games, of course. Actually, this game was out in 2016 by a company called BlackRock. From Europe, and BlackRock had named it Eternity then, and Eternity never made it anywhere because I think they printed maybe not even a 4-digit number for France and Belgium, and they had an English version too, so it was a French-English version, and they put out a lot of games to media reviewers then, and funny-wise, Eternity was C. Garcia's from Dice Tower. It was his favorite trick-taking game, and it still is, but it was never published globally, so we took the rights basically and have republished it and get it out there. But we didn't like the Eternity topic so much. It felt really ethereal, like the tree and there were the roots. Because I think this is like, it's not this, it doesn't give me this Eternity feeling. This is like a fighting game. Like we do fight in this terms of like getting the tricks with each other. There's not so much harmony. Eternity sound really like harmony to me. And we were playing this game, we were all like, whoa, this is not harmony here on the table.
Right, it's very cutthroat.
Who is the designer?
And this designer is Jim Trottois. He's from Belgium, and Cyril Blondel, they're called. And I think they're Belgian, from Belgium. I think Jim is even a professor of something or another. He's just designing games for fun, so to speak. If you want to know more about them, on our website on heidelberg.de, it's an English website. On the English section, there's an interview with them where they talk about this game, and of course we forced them to say how happy they are that they will bring it out again, but also the other project what they've done recently and what they will do in the future, and to get an impression of them. And there you can know more about designer, but they are not like these kind of designers who have brought out like many games,
right?
And as I said, I really like the idea about the Trump display being changed. And even when you tell people first, it's like this game, you have to know how many tricks you play, and you think of Wizard. I think in Europe we play Wizard. It's very famous.
It's so good.
And I do not want to say it up front, because when you actually play Wizard, you can feel, or when you have played this one here, you can feel there's a big difference in how you handle this thing. In Wizard,
there's tension difference.
There's enough so I don't even want to compare it with it.
I really enjoy. I like trick-taking games, and I really enjoyed this. I like the extra element of having to match instead of sloughing off cards, having something interesting to do with them was a nice touch. And I like the fact that you have to use higher cards to get followers. You can't just dump 1s and 2s. That's a nice touch. But anyway, Michael, I thank you so much. I as much as I want to try Coyote, I'm literally locked out of Tabletopia, and it looks like we've been recording for an hour, so I think it's probably a good place to leave it for now, and hopefully we'll be able to circle back another point when Tabletopia is cooperating,
working for you
more with us.
So I would suggest this too. Now, as you see, we have played for an hour, and even with difficulty. So, and we should do the other game at another time because
Yeah.
it will be about an hour too. It is with the same difficulty, so to speak. A game which takes actually 15 minutes on the table or 20. Yeah.
Yeah, and I have
it's so quick, like with the hands. Yeah.
I have no doubt that if we played ANANSI at a convention, we could have played 5 times.
Yeah, by now. Yep.
But if it gives you a first impression, I'm
Yeah,
really happy
yeah,
with
no,
it.
it was good.
And I would
appreciate
end
it.
it for today. I would end it here, and maybe we can set up another day in the near future to play Coyote. And now you know how it takes. And you can actually, if you want to play it yourself, it's public. It's not like a secret Tabletopia game. I know some companies like to keep this stuff secret, and there you can only play it with them. But we made it public the very first day from Spielitschel last week. We made it public so each and everybody can try and play it. There's a little short introduction video there and everything, but actually not explaining the rules. Not as nice as the one we had here.
Fine.
And but there are the rules up there, so you and your folks can try already. And but of course, it would be my pleasure to play with you again. I will see you another Saturday. And I hope you all stay healthy and safe. And
Same to you, Michael.
I will end this broadcast, but you will not go away. Just wait a moment, and I say goodbye to everybody who watched.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.